Hello, this is Mary Lou Foster. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sulphur Springs, Texas. That's in the northeast corner of Texas. And I'm coming on today to show you, to kind of feature some products that are in the new mini catalog that you might have overlooked. Did you notice on page 15 this beautiful set of envelopes and cards? They're part of the Forever Love Sweet collection. As you can see, it's lots of bling, lots of gold, lots of sparkle and shine. The stamp sets, I have not purchased those yet, but they're really Lifetime of Love. But the paper I got, the ribbon I got, the foiled gems, and then these envelopes. I'm going to show them to you in person because the card base is printed on the front and the back, and it's shiny. You can see that on camera when I move it around. It's just gold and very vanilla. And then look at the envelope flap. They have laser cut that flap. These are very vanilla cards. They're so pretty. And I wanted to use the cards and envelopes in my class. So that set me off on trying to figure out how to do that. And since I had the Forever Love paper, I'm like, okay, that it all is in the same sweet collection. So how can I use this paper without just cutting it in pieces and covering up the beautiful card base? So what I did is kind of a spotlight die cutting. And for that, I used the Thoughtful Expressions dies. Look at these dies. I'm going to take them out of this envelope. How you can layer and layer and layer. Same with the labels here. And then the stamp set has a gorgeous hummingbird. And this is the flowers. We're using this stamp, but not the die. Even if you just got the set of dies, it would be very useful. So I got me out a piece of paper and I started kind of fiddling around. I was going to go ahead and show you the rest of this paper. We're using the Moody Mauve layer. So the backs are just graphics. They're not foil. This is the specialty paper. And you can see the shiny and the sparkle on the camera. This one, this is a sample pack that I participate in with another demonstrator. I order them from her. Then I don't have to cut my paper up because she prepares numerous packs. But this is a way I can show you the front and the back of these papers. So I started messing with the sheet, and for my class, I went ahead and did their die cutting because I really couldn't figure out how to provide them with like just a square that they could die cut themselves. If I had put the whole piece in there, it would not have been a very effective use of the paper. So when you layer this on, and then this is Pretty Peacock, and I chose it because I wanted to use the ribbon. And this ribbon is beautiful too. Can you see the sparkle in it? You can. It's Pretty Peacock. And then the foil gems are Pretty Peacock and Petal Pink. So this paper really kind of only coordinates with those in Moody Mauve. So to layer this on, I like it better whenever you match up the shape instead of kind of setting it wonky. I don't like wonky. I admire people who are free spirits and can do that. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the Pretty Peacock layer. So my next card class is in February. me see what the dates are. I think it's the 22nd and 23rd. I'll be sending out an email closer to the time. I love to prepare my card kits. I try to make them fun. I don't want to make them so hard that it takes hours and hours because we make 5 cards. So you have to be cognizant of how long it takes. Well, I felt like this was pretty plain. It just kind of needed something. So I'm like, okay, I've been seeing them talk about using the blending brushes and blending some color on. In fact, my upline's upline, Patty Bennett, did that. I'm like, she is reading my mind because we kind of did it practically the same day. I had made my sample card and then she started talking about her live that she does on Fridays. I went, oh my goodness. I promise you, we had not talked. She lives in California. So instead of brushing color on the entire, I just chose to do it on 2 corners, opposing corners, like we did it on the lower. And you can layer it on as heavy as you feel like that looks nice to your eye. Excuse me. I've had that silly little random cough. And of course, it's when I'm trying to talk. I want a little bit more down here. Now, when you put this on here, it kind of pops a little better. It doesn't get lost in the background like it did before. But before I put that on, I've got some stuff to do. I want to tie my ribbon around it. This ribbon is, what do they call it? Does it say? Metallic ribbon. And it's kind of see-through, so it's very easy to work with. Pick a spot here, cut me off a tail. I don't really measure it, and I just throw the roll in the box so they can cut their own. I kind of want my bow to go up and down this way. So I kind of find if I orient myself that direction and the card that direction, I have better luck. Oh, it did turn out nicely. Then it just kind of depends because you have the freedom before you stick that down. And I'm probably not going to adhere that anywhere. Then, like that rosebud probably needs to go up. Kind of like that. I'm going to put it on with dimensionals. But I'm going to put my dimensionals kind of at the top and the bottom because I want to stick some greenery under it. And if I put my dimensionals too close to the edge, it interferes with the placement of those. Some people like to do it before they adhere their stuff. Some like to put them on the back of this. And you notice on my inspiration card, there is not a sentiment on the front of it because I couldn't figure out where to put it. It's already glitzy and sparkly and pretty. So I'm like, you know what? The front of the card, I'm going to leave plain and I'm going to put my sentiment on the inside. So here's my tip for you today. When you have these intricate die cut pieces that you're going to want to stick down under your project, if you will put the adhesive sheet on the back of it before you die cut it. See how this is on there before? There's 2 pieces. I can see where the line is. Then it's sticky all over the back and you're not having to put glue or use your tape runner on these little bitty pieces. Now, if you think that looks kind of thin, you can put as many die cut pieces under there as you would like. So let's see if we kind of play with our bow, put it in different places. Gonna trim that long end and this long end, and then clean up my workspace so it's not distracting. So other than the foil dots, and I think for this one I may do petal pink just to be different, because you know I always do that. Let's use our U-Picket tool and scoop us up. Yeah, that kind of pops a little better. The peacock ones are fine also. You can put as many as you would like. I think I will do more this time. And let's put one up there and one more on the bottom. And that'll give us 5. I'm not going to put it on this part because this part is already elevated. So if I'm mailing it, then I've got the possibility of it being thick enough to hang up in their machinery when it's processed. And on the inside of the card, it doesn't really need a liner because the inside of the card is white. Go figure, everything else is very vanilla and the inside of the card is white. But we stamped our sentiment on the inside. And I got that from the Thoughtful Expressions. You're in my thoughts today. So that's kind of sympathy, kind of just a thinking of you. And I stamped it in Moody Mauve, since I had picked Moody Mauve on the front. And oh, I rocked it. Even professionals, I don't really consider myself a professional, but you know what I could do? I'll bet you I can cover that up. I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock. And if we did that, helps if you get it all inked. My Pretty Peacock has like a hard spot on it. And how else do we want to do that? That's okay. It's a little messy, but you kind of get the picture. So I'm going to just open up my stamp cleaner over here, get those out of the way, because I don't want to accidentally get ink on my pretty finished project. So those are the gold foil. Let me read it off to you again so we've got it right. It's on page 15. Gold foil love, gold foiled flowers, cards, and envelopes with the Forever Love Specialty Designer Series paper. It's really a simple card, but it's really pretty in person. You know, it's always hard on videos and pictures to do things justice. So one of them has the daisies featured. This one has roses featured. I think I like the petal pink, because you can see there are gems on that one. And then our inside. And I have, you're in my thoughts, and I double stamped. That little stamp is sort of a tricky one to work with. Well, that was all I had for you today. I just wanted to show you this, how you can mix and match your products, that you don't have to be limited, because the Forever Love I don't have the stamps for, but I did have Thoughtful Expressions. So it was a good combination of products to make a really pretty card. So thanks for watching, and Here are the suite of products. The Thoughtful Expressions bundle is on page 62. I don't know if I showed that to you or not. And then you can shop with me at maryloufoster.stampingup.net. So have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.